I can't tell if this is working or not. So, hey, okay, wait, okay, so I guess it's working. Uh-huh. Ahlan wa sahlan. Um, yeah, so I guess probably people will see this after the matter rather than right now. But yeah, I thought that I would start maybe, you know, um, I sorry, I'm getting these notifications from YouTube. Yeah, I was thinking that I would start doing some streams every so often, just as a way to give updates and like if anyone is online to just chat and stuff like that. 'Cause basically I've been here in Ramallah, as many of you know, for about a month and a half now, shockingly somehow. And it's been going really well. I'm really hyped to be here. But what's the deal? I've been super busy. So that's why I made this like big video before, or not big video, but I made this like big announcement like before I got here. I was like, oh, it's gonna be, such a productive time and la la la. And then it took me 2 weeks to make that video about the water tanks, which was like not even 3 minutes long, but it was just such a fiasco to make. Because the equipment is no good. I need a mic, like the audio was super bad. Not to be negative or anything, because I feel like the video actually, I feel like the idea was there. I feel like I was onto something, but the audio quality was really bad, and yeah, it's just a little bit tricky. Uh, um, Thanks. By the way, YouTube is just telling me something about the stream settings, which I don't know. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I mean, I just need to work on my like well, honestly, if I can just get a mic, like that would be really ideal. But yeah, basically, I made this announcement and then I made that video and then I just completely disappeared off the face of the earth because normally I'm doing literally a video every single week, like as a rule. And then for the first time, like since I started the channel, haven't put something in like a month or something like that. So I feel really bad. But the thing is, actually, which I didn't even mention because I thought I would be able to manage it. Um, but basically, I was doing my master's in London before I moved to Armenia, and I finished all the courses, but I actually still have to write the dissertation, and it's due on March 25th. So I actually have like 2 weeks left to write like 10,000 words, of which I have written like 3,500, which still means I have a lot left, which is why I was like, okay, you know what? I just need to put all the video stuff on pause because even though it's a 3 minute video or whatever, like it just takes a lot of work and to get it to the quality that I want because I really have this idea in my head, but the execution can really be tricky. So yeah, that is close. So that's my thing right now. So I've basically been working on my dissertation, and I mean, after all, it's gonna be for March 25th. So after that, like I'll just keep going with the videos, and I will have that huge kind of weight off of my head, and then that will be much nicer. Also, the mic that I've been waiting to buy, it's like they were supposed to. It's this DJI mic thing. That's what it's called, and it was supposed to release in January, and then like there was like production delays or something, and then it was supposed to release in March, and I still haven't heard anything, because I don't want to buy something and then buy that. So, yeah, so that's pretty much what I'm doing, and little by little working on the Wiktionary stuff, but honestly, that has also been going really slowly, except for one thing, which is what I had expected, what I was excited about coming here, which is that recording the audio files for like the pronunciation of the words in the Wiktionary. Actually, I can make this a little bit more fun and interactive by actually showing you. Um, so you guys know that I'm making this like dictionary of Palestinian Arabic on Wiktionary. And basically, I've been like recording or getting people to record audio files. I just put in a random word of how the words are pronounced, right? And if you go to, like, this is just a random word in Arabic. And if we go to the categories and check South Levantine Arabic terms with audio links, you can see all the words that we have audios for so far. It actually says 1509, but this is the number of pages, but some of these pages have more than one audio. Like, it's just about how Wiktionary kind of splits up pages. Let's see if I can find an example. Not here. But anyway, so the point is that, okay, how about this? There should be bas
بس
and then bis,
بس
which means cat, and then bus means like only, or like but. So yeah, so this would only count as one audio in the way that this is counted right here. So it's actually about 1630. I think it's exactly 1630 audios, which is really nice. So I'm really hyped about that. Um, but that's why what? Oh, yeah. So basically, I was getting people to record these audios, like just volunteers, and I had to like it wasn't in person, so I had to explain like online on like Twitter DMs and things like that. Like, okay, so you go to this website and you make an account and you do this and this and this. And for a lot of people, that was too difficult. And not only that, but like, I didn't want to burden them. So I just gave them, like 20 words at a time, 30 words at a time. And then I had to chase them to do more. And eventually I got kind of tired of that. Because this was when I was in Armenia. So I was like, well, I'm just going to wait until I get to Palestine because once I'm there, I'm going to be able to do that much more quickly and efficiently. Which is partially true, except I haven't really put an effort into finding people and recording a bunch of audios. Again, because since I know that even if I get the audios right now, I'm not really going to be able to do anything with it. But by chance, I was hanging out with my friend and I was like, do you want to record some audios for me? It'll be fun. And after like a lot of convincing, he was like, okay, fine. And so we sat down and he was like, okay, like just 10 minutes, okay? I was like, sure. The thing is, this program, this website that we use to record the audios, it's so like simple to use and everything that he was like 10 minutes and he thought that it's gonna be like 10 words in 10 minutes. No, it's super fast and super easy. At the end, I think we spent probably like 20 or maybe even 30 minutes actually, because it's kind of fun actually, like, because we would just laugh at the words and like just discuss them even. It's actually kind of fun. And he recorded like 250 words, like in maximum 30 minutes. So and that's exactly what I was envisioning, because before we were getting like 20 audios at a time or something like that. But now, like in one 30-minute session, I got 250, which is actually ridiculous, in a good way, right? Because we have like maybe like 3,000 words total in the dictionary so far, maximum, no more than that. It's somewhere between, it's going to be like 2,700 to 2,900, so maybe 3,000 even, but I'm not sure. So honestly, like we're more than halfway of every single word in the dictionary having a pronunciation, which is really amazing because I don't know, I think it's really useful. So there's that. Of course, I also have this website that I've been like working on, or that I had been working on. Um, no, I have so many keyboards. Okay. Um, so I also have this website that I had been working on that I started like back in November, and I basically only had a chance to work on it in November and like December, and which was also a really hectic time. And then January, that's when I got this really sudden. Did I mention this in an update somewhere? But basically, really, really suddenly, I basically got a chance to apply for a PhD program, which I did, but I had to write the whole proposal, which usually should take like at least months. And I did the whole thing in like a month. And I think it turned out okay, actually. I think I have a chance. But because of that, I didn't work on anything like of this or even like which in February I moved here, and then since then I've been working on this dissertation. So it's just been completely insane, and I haven't been able to work on like any of the Arabic stuff that I wanted to, or the videos, or anything. So that's a little bit disappointing, but you gotta do what you gotta do. So hopefully at the end of the day, I get accepted to the PhD. Actually, I was accepted to the PhD already. I need to be to get the funding. That's what I'm actually waiting for. So after I submit the dissertation for the master's on March 25th, and yes, you can get accepted to a PhD before you have officially completed your master's, apparently. But basically, I'll submit that March 25th. Then I'll be able to like fly as a bird and do all the stuff that I want to do pertaining to Arabic for one more month approximately. Then May 1st, I need to go back to Armenia because my visa ends. It's just a 3-month visa. But I'll probably be living back and forth between Armenia and here, and be here as much as I can. I mean, this is where I would rather be, to be honest, as much as I love Armenia. But this is just, yani, this is like another home for me. So, what was the program? What program? The PhD program? That was, it's in linguistics, actually. Like PhD in linguistics, specifically Arabic dialectography. I wanted to say dialectometry because that's the specific project. That's what it is. But yeah, no, sorry, dialectology. Oh my God, it's too late here. It's like it's 10:30. It's not that late, but I don't know. Yeah. So actually, and that was all really interesting. I was really excited about that because that project came out of all the work on Wiktionary, basically. Like I hadn't thought about doing a PhD at all until I was doing all that stuff on Wiktionary and basically having to really grapple with Arabic and the dialect and why it's different and why things work the way they do. And that just gave me like a ton of ideas. And basically the project is like how like what exactly are the differences between Palestinian Arabic and between Palestinian Arabic and Jordanian Arabic or whatever. The thing is, in the first place, the whole point of the project is that there's no such thing as Palestinian Arabic or Jordanian Arabic because these are terms based on like political geography, like Jordan as in like the country and Palestine is in the country. But the thing is, in reality, the boundaries between dialects are really mixed, right? So first of all, forget about Palestinian Arabic, Jordanian Arabic, and then rather what are the actual kind of dialect subgroups in the whole Levantine region, and what makes them subgroups? What makes like the Arabic that they speak in Jerusalem different from the one they speak in Haifa, for example? I can give a number of examples, but the most obvious differences are not necessarily the ones that are most predictive of where someone is actually from, if that makes sense. So, for example, something that is well known is that like the word for now in like central Palestine is halla, but in the north it's issa. I mean, they use issa. Obviously, halla, you can still say it, but anyway, they use issa. But like that even though that's like a really kind of obvious thing, that doesn't actually really tell you that much about the features of the dialect or like yani it's a very surface kind of level thing. So I kind of put aside those really surface level things and try to get at like deeper things like how negation works a little bit, some things about pronunciation, and then based on that, it's a project. It's about dialectometry because basically the idea is to like think about these features as like they could be binaries, yes or yes, like yes, no things, or it can be like from a list of possibilities, a particular dialect has this possibility. And then based on what features each particular village dialect has, you basically do some math and like you can kind of mathematically calculate how similar dialects are to each other. And then based on that, you can actually create a kind of map that is like mathematical, actually, about what the actual dialect groups are. There has been a little bit work in this field, but not much. And I mean, there was actually a kind of project that did something like this in the Galilee region, but it was more. There were just some issues with the data, and it was like they were even the authors were like, we kind of recovered this data from some lost archives, and like actually, you can't really accurately make any determinations based on this data, but for what it's worth, here it is. So, it's basically like, okay, let's actually do this again and let's do it right and let's see what we can figure out. What was I think he meant the single. Oh, yeah. As such, um, sorry, it's saying that the stream is not very good. Um, I don't know. I hope that was intelligible. Stream status poor. Well, what can I say? Well, we'll do our best. So, yeah, the program used to record the words on Wiktionary, it's called Lingua Libre. And basically, actually, I record words for Spanish, actually, just for fun. So you go here, if you have an account, you just click record. Actually, my internet seems to be slow right now. But anyway, let's see if it's any better or like what happened with you guys. Warning, please. Yeah, okay, but it says, I don't know. I don't understand these technology things. So, yeah, you go here and you just press record. And like you go, let's say this is mine, male, and these are the languages I speak. I don't actually record words for the dialect, by the way. I don't record any of them because I'm not a native speaker, as you probably know. So, I mean, I could say it like correctly and honestly, I mean, not to toot my own horn, but I can do a pretty convincing, yani, it's gonna be correct. But it's a little bit less interesting because I've actually found out a lot more interesting things by not doing it myself in the way that I know the word is supposed to be said, but then seeing how other people say it, and then oftentimes they will say it in a really unexpected way. Like, I mean, for example, tamarbuta is supposed to be pronounced like as in mak, which is like fosha. But actually, there are some dialects that are maktaba. So, allowing, like, getting different people to record words. One, it gives me a little bit of insight as to what way, because there was a guy from Bethlehem that is saying all the tamarbuta is a. I don't know if that's a Bethlehem thing. I had to check, but I didn't. I forgot to. But yeah, I mean, and then you get a little bit more diversity anyway in the audio, so that's always nice. Yeah, sorry. Well, I hope I mean, I don't really care. I mean, the audio is the most important thing, so you can understand what I'm saying. Anyway, so what was I saying? So yeah, so I record, or I use this. Yeah, you create your user profile, put the languages you speak, and then you can write lists, or like you can write words that you want to record. Let's say Spanish, or let's say Arabic for a second. Or you can use these lists. So I actually create these lists like so. They look like this. And you just go here and you just put a list of words. on Lingua Libre, and then you can load them. And it's super nice, actually. Like, okay, so that's my list of words. And I'm not going to do it now, but like, well, yeah, so you get the list of words here. I wonder if while I'm streaming and stuff like that, I can record some stuff for Spanish, if that would even work. Um, but yeah, I do this. I mean, I don't do it for Arabic, but like some kind of bot that uploads the words that still need. Oh my God. uh, but some of these words are weird. Like, okay. But anyway, let's say hypothetically, and then you just do like this: abandonas, bol, a, ado, madroño. Yeah, so.
Abandonas,
Oh, it worked.
abandonas, bol, a, ado, madroño.
Yeah, and you can see it's like super fast. Like you just say the words back to back, and like it's extremely convenient. As a matter of fact, actually, I don't know what madroño is. Is it someone from Madrid? Um, I don't really know what this is unless it means a male fairy, but unless it means that, then I don't know what that means. So I don't record words that I genuinely don't know what they mean. Okay, bol, like like as in baseball, but that's weird also. Like, I don't know. Usually I like cancel the words that I don't know before I even record them, but it was for the sake of the demonstration. Fine, I will upload abandonas and
Abandonas, a,
sure, why not? Retry failed upload what? Already? Okay. But yeah, you get the idea. Um, so this is how we record words for Arabic, basically. Uh, and then it goes on, it uploads to Wikimedia Commons, and then here's where they all go. So like these are all the Arabic words, and then here are the Spanish words that I've recorded. Um, this is just one page. There's like a trillion pages. Let's say 500 items. I've probably recorded more than 1,000 words for Spanish. By the way, I'm not going anywhere specific with this stream. So is this how? Yes, exactly. Um, yeah, so we use this thing called Lingua Libre, and it's super fast and super convenient. And I can't like stress enough like how easy it is. And I need to convince my friends like, please, I promise, all you have to do. They're like, it's so hard. I tell them, literally just read 10 words. Like it's the easiest thing. And they're like, my voice is ugly. And I'm like, okay, fine, fine. But yeah. So once I'm done with like all the with the dissertation for the masters. By the way, I don't know. Someone was asking about the program. I wasn't sure if that was the PhD program or the or the program for the recordings or the master's program. The master's was just Middle Eastern studies basically. But basically I focused on Palestinian like history and politics, and the dissertation is going to be, or it is about actually the Armenian community in Palestine, which is very random, but I'm really interested actually once I chose that topic, because like after all I was living in Armenia, and it's so funny like because I met a guy in Armenia who I already knew from Jerusalem just by chance. Like I just ran into him at a bar, and he was like, I was like, oh, I know you from Jerusalem. And he's like, oh. And then I met some other guy, super like صدفة, like coincidence, like by chance. And like we just kind of crossed paths a couple of times. And then I was here in Armenia. I was here in Palestine, and like just what 2 days ago? I guess yesterday. I came back from Bethlehem. I went there for a couple of days to meet some Armenians there, and أستفسر كم إشي منهم يعني to get an explanation, to get أستفسر like about some things that I was researching, and yeah, and so I went to this guy's house, and yani met his like family. Yani again, they're Armenians from Jerusalem, right? This was all like in the Armenian quarter, right? And yeah, and they were like telling me how a few years ago, like some Armenians went, like from Palestine, went to Armenia to study medicine or something. And I was like, wait, do I know one of those? Do you know this guy? His name is La La La. And they're like, oh, yeah, that's our cousin. I was like, oh, okay, wow, all right. So it's like, and by the way, this kind of thing happens literally every day in Palestine and in Armenia. Like, these are just very small worlds, both of them. Yerevan slash Armenia and Palestine. Um, so yeah, that's what I'm doing. So I need to in the next couple of weeks write 7,000 words about why Israel hates Armenians. Um, kind of, and then I will. I mean, even now, like when I get a little bit of free time, like that's like my friend recorded those 250 words like just like last week or something when I was supposed to be working, and when I was supposed to be working, I uploaded all of them and did all of that. Um, it's a kind of easy, kind of passive activity to just go on Wiktionary and just work on random stuff. Just basically maintenance of the entries and stuff like that. Because we're always discussing, like, literally we spent like the last week. By the way, if you haven't joined the Discord, join the Discord. Where's the Discord? Yeah, so I guess you're seeing, yeah, you're seeing the Discord. This is our Discord for Palestinian Arabic. Join the server. There's a video on my channel that has the link. It says join the Discord. And what did I want to show you? Oh, yeah. So we have these channels, one for Wiki and one for linguistics in general, but they kind of overlap. And we spent like a week, like on and off, kind of discussing what the heck is the tamarbuta? Like, what exactly, what is it? Like, what just, how does it, I don't know how to explain, but I was like, is it a sound or is it like, يعني it's different. يعني the A in a tamarbuta is different from the A in a word like ma'na, which ends in alif maksura, because when you put something after it, the tamarbuta becomes something else, but the alif maksura doesn't become something else. Like the tamarbuta becomes the T. So like, what is it? So I guess it's a morpheme is what we came up with, which is like just a, well, a morpheme usually has meaning, but tamarbuta doesn't have a meaning really. I don't know. I'm still working through it. But yeah, after all those discussions, I came to a couple of conclusions that were relevant for the Wiktionary, namely that the tamarbuta can sound like e, or some people pronounce it like a, but I don't want to get too deep into linguistics right now, but I thought, or like I was writing it as if the e and the a were different pronunciations of the same kind of underlying word, but I decided that that's not actually what's going on, and there's two different underlying words, and depending on your accent, the underlying word, like in the back of your head, to put it in kind of sort of understandable terms, is different. Why? Because these are the phonemes in the word. So what that means is that these are like the different sounds in the language that make up this word, so to speak. Some people have accents where the phoneme, it means it's like a sound that is completely separate from a, and there's like a difference. So there's a difference between a word ending like in like a word like maktabe and a word like ma'na. Yani if you say ma'ne, it's wrong, and if you say maktaba, well, they wouldn't say it's wrong because they would just think you have a different accent. But like their version is going to be maktabe. So there's a distinction between a final a and a final a. But for other people, there is no distinction, and because a final a is the only that it can be a phoneme in Arabic. Yeah, I don't want to get too complicated, but basically, um, like if you pronounce this word like maktaba, that means that there is no a phoneme at all in your dialect, like whatsoever. Um, it's not really that important, like at the end of the day, for someone like learning the dialect or whatever. But for the sake of linguistics, the correct way of indicating this word, that there's actually two different forms of the word depending on whether you have this phoneme or not, because some people don't, basically. Anyway, enough boring talk. But yeah, so what I've been doing, I go to this list of all the feminine nouns in the dialect. Again, this is our dictionary, right? So, tanura. So, well, actually, there's not even a pronunciation at all. So what I would do now is I would, this is like how I just showing you my process on Wiktionary. I have a couple of things like copy and paste it for convenience. So I would go here and I will add the pronunciation, which is very simple to do. There's no audio, so I don't need this line. Paste it. Phonemic representation, which is like the official word as it's stored in the back of your head as a speaker, actually pronounced. So for example, think about the word can and sar. In both of these words, there's a phonemic long a. Both of these words are like letter a, letter. But they sound different. One is can and one is sar. The long a sounds different in both of these words. One is a and one is a. So these are two different realizations of the same phoneme. It's actually one phoneme, but it can be pronounced differently. So this is going to give me the phonemes, which may or may not be how it's actually pronounced. I don't need this part. And then I have to write it in IPA letters. So I created my own custom keyboard so I can do that. And by the way, oh, and see, here's the thing. It's written as tanura with a final a rather than tanure. Why? Because different letters can make the tamarbuta do different things. And when there's a letter like sa, da, ta, va, and also ra, it can make that final e, like in maktabe, turn into an a sound, like tanura. It's actually the same reason why can becomes sar because you have sa, so it becomes a. And here also you get a because of the ra. So tanura, and I'm going to indicate that it is pharyngalized, which is that like sa, da, that kind of sound. So I'm going to indicate that, to specify that. And the thing is, check this out, which it's probably going to seem like, what's the point? But here we've written it as a because the point of this, of like the transcription of the words in the dictionary is just so you know how it would be pronounced, like in a kind of short. There's, again, two forms of this word. There's tanure, which nobody says that. And then there's tanura. But what's going on? There's a final e and a final a version. For people who have accents with maktabe, it will be tanure. And with people who have accents with maktaba, it will be tanura. But because of the ra sound, both of these forms are going to actually sound the same. And they're both going to sound like tanura. So no matter if you say maktaba or maktabe, you're going to say tanura because of this ra, which has an effect on the whole word, or on the ending. But technically speaking, I would say that there are actually two underlying forms of the word. Same as maktabe and maktaba, it's just that the ra changes the actual, what it ends up sounding like. So it's the same pronunciation, but the underlying phonemes are different. Let's see the questions. I wonder if I could get yes, I would be extremely open to that. If you can get someone, really, I cannot stress this enough. That would be amazing. I know you're on Discord, so hit me up. Especially if they have some kind of exotic accent or something like that. I mean, like if they're Yani if they're from Haifa or something like that, actually, because everyone who has been contributing audios has been from the um, from central Palestine, basically from like Ramallah, Jerusalem, one guy from Bethlehem, and a girl from Amman, but she's from central Palestine, I guess. I don't remember, but yeah. Um, Someone else said that's super cool. Ah, and Asami. Oh, okay. Hey, can morphemes carry meaning in the form of gender distinction? I keep forget. Yeah, no, don't worry about it. About the feminine nouns. I mean, it's not really urgent or anything. Can morphemes carry meaning in the form of gender distinction? Yeah, I mean, I thought about that as like, okay, that's the meaning of the tamarbuta, but it's. Okay. I see what you're. I see what you're saying. Then, but still, not in all cases that happens because, I mean, on the one hand, if you have a word like mnih and mniha, obviously the tamarbuta clearly, yani, you add it, you can add it, you can use it to specify the gender difference. So in that case, yeah. Okay, but a word like maktabe, it's just like that. You can't take off the tamarbuta because then it's maktab, which means something else. But I guess your point would be that the fact that it's maktabe tells us that it's a feminine word. So yeah, all words. Namely what word? If you think of the word zalame meaning guy, the most masculine word, I guess. I mean man. But actually, it ends in tamarbuta, right? So I don't know. I mean, I guess you could. I don't know if that's a deal breaker though, because I'm not really. Yani, after all, I'm an amateur linguist, so you'll have to ask someone else. Like, we should probably discuss this, I guess, in the Discord or something. Like, I guess what does the tamarbuta need to have a meaning? I guess I don't really know. Okay, this is still open. Yeah, so as I said in the beginning, I don't really have an agenda with this stream. I honestly just wanted to say hi because I've been, yani, we'll be gone for another 2 weeks before I upload anything else. I mean, and even after I finish my dissertation, like I'll probably, yani, it's gonna take me a week or something to prepare a video. So I'll see you in April, basically. I might do another stream just for fun. To be honest, like I had some different ideas, but I don't know how popular they would be or like interesting. But I actually actually have my thing set up. Can you see this? I have my phone set up because I was like just gonna talk about random things. What is this? What? I'm trying to understand. Ah, okay. Anyway, yeah, so anyway, I have my phone set up because I've been doing some random things here and there. Your family's from Amman? Yeah, I mean, that's fine. Like, I mean, either way, like, it's gonna be useful. Yeah, I've been doing Duolingo. I literally just downloaded it for the first time, like, what, on Monday or something? And I was like, it was as a joke. Like, I was like, I'm gonna do Hebrew on Duolingo. And so I'm doing Hebrew on Duolingo, which is such a joke, honestly. It's so easy, by the way. Oh my God, actually, like, pro tip, yani, if you speak Arabic or even if you just, yani, know Arabic well enough, Hebrew is so easy. I did not comprehend how easy it was. And I'm not saying that as a diss or anything, like, I'm not, but just it is. So, like, let's see let's see what they will say. It's ridiculous. It's hilarious. No, I do not want to earn a heart. Oh, okay. Well, that's not helpful, but crap. Okay, I can't listen now. Okay, fine. I am a man. Okay. Okay, ready? Ani, like Ana, right? Ani, I guess it's gever. Okay, that one isn't like Arabic, but actually a lot of words are okay, this one is also not like Arabic, but okay. Hagever, Ha is like il, right? It's like the article. Hagever. Oh, fuck. What was it again? Wait. Ooh. Was it this? Oh, wait. Oh, okay. I can actually. Yeah, okay. Good. Yeah, that's what I thought. I need to give it. Okay, same thing. Okay, I promise. Okay, I promise a lot of the words are just like Arabic, but now they're not coming up. I am. I am a man. Thank you, Theolonius Monk likes my videos. Wow, that's I'm honored, honestly. Um, yeah, I guess you didn't expect me to be doing Duolingo Hebrew on my stream, but okay, yeah, okay. So here we go. This one is good. So ani, check this out. Ani, and guess what is akal? Yani akal, to eat in Hebrew, it's achal. It's the same thing, but they just use another kind of letter. Ani, and they basically use like, I guess, I don't know if they call it the active participle, but for all the present tense verbs, the same way that in the dialect we use active participles to do ongoing actions. For some verbs, they do it for all verbs. So أنا رايح مثلا, you know that it's not like conjugated in any way. Like instead of أنا بروح أنت بتروح, which is like a habitual action, we say أنا رايح, I'm going. They use that for every single verb. So they would be using as if it's like the active participle of eating. And so I'm going to put the, so the root is a, and then it's like ochel. They put an o, like as, it's very similar to the active participle pattern of rayeh. So first letter, and then it is, isn't it? A little bit of a conlang. But it's interesting actually. So ani ochel. So the o is like the, yani just part of the pattern. And then kh, which is this one. And the interesting thing is that I pronounce it as ochel, but I guess this letter is also k. So it's pronounced as achal, but somehow it's k, as in akal. So it's even more similar, like deep down, but the pronunciation is different. Ani ochel. Oh, and the funny thing is, roz, yani rice, it's ores. Ores. And there's no way I'm going to pronounce ra as ra or whatever. I can't say it that way. Okay. Ores. If this is wrong, I'm going to cry. Okay. This is a woman. Okay. Ze. Oh, God. Ze is masculine. I forgot what it is feminine. Oh, zat. Zat. Okay. Zat. Like that. Not really, but okay. Zat. And they also don't have can in the present tense, like to be. My battery is so low, but whatever. Zat. Isha. And okay, so I looked this word up, isha, because I thought it was interesting. At first, I thought of Aisha like living, but the first letter is alif, not ain, so no. Turns out, you may or may not know that a lot of cases where Hebrew has, or where Arabic has th, which is a very rare sound in general in languages, th, in Hebrew it's sh. So thalatha in Hebrew is shalosh. So actually, isha is related to the word ontha, which means female, actually. So the sh is from the th in ontha. Ontha, think of other words like mu'annath, means feminine. So yeah, anyway, it's related to all that. So zat, isha. And this is why it's interesting for me. Like, I mean, I'm not ever going to speak with anyone in Hebrew, I guess, maybe, but it's interesting from the standpoint of like Arabic, basically, seeing, and because I like historical linguistics and seeing how the words are related to each other. This last word is mayim, which is may, water. Hageber shote, right? Shota is feminine. The man is drinking water. The man is. I should do this more actually. I think this would be. Is it offensive to play Hebrew Duolingo on my channel? I don't think so, right? It's kind of funny. The man is drinking water. I wish there were. Unfortunately, Duolingo for Arabic is Fosha, so that's really lame. I think that's actually really unfortunate and lame. Um, I mean, I understand why, but like, I feel like, because if it was the dialect, it's gonna be so much more easier, and I don't mean easier in a bad way. I mean easier, like, people are gonna be more. It's gonna be more practical too. But then, what dialect do you choose? So. But I really hope they one day do it. I really wanted there to be Duolingo in Armenian and in Persian. That would be super dope. Uh, Za. To be honest, I don't remember if I guess nut is gonna be masculine. Za. I think it's goes like Jo. No. Oh, okay. So Jos, yani husband. Okay, but well, actually, it's supposed to be Zoj, but in the dialect it's Jos. Well, actually, it's supposed to be Zauj, but in the dialect it's Zoj or Jos, and Jos also means nut. And I guess they say goes or something, which sounds similar to that. Egos, egos, egos. That's what it is. No, wait, not that. Egos. Okay, that is a woman. Fine. This is so funny. That is a woman. Uh, oh, or this. Okay, fine. Oh, okay, so that or this is the same word apparently. That form is like ism fa'il. Yeah, exactly. So it is exactly like Arabic, like you said. Okay, let's make this harder. The girl is eating rice. Oh, check this out. So walad, boy, in Hebrew it's yeled. So the ya and the waw get flipped, but um, after all, they are both consonant vowels, so I can see how that could happen. So hayeled is the boy, hayelda is the girl. So hayelda. I'm a Hebrew teacher now. hayelda أوخيل يعني أكل or يعني she is eating أوخيل أورز. Was it spelled like that? Yes. Oh, wait, there was a typo, but I didn't say what it is. This is a truck. Oh, what was... Oh, I forgot truck. Zat, I know it's feminine. Zat, it's like something weird. Mashait. Okay. Okay, I'll finish this and then I'll get out of here. Mashait. And their alif is like actually like hamza, or it's more like a hamza than an alif actually. Mashait. In the sense that it can have any vowel, like the letter alif, yani the one that looks like an X, it can actually sound like a, e, I, o, like whatever. Similar to the way that alif with hamza, which is not really an alif, it's a hamza, it can also have any vowel. So I'm not sure how they represent a long. Do they even have long vowels? I actually don't. I don't really know. Is it? What was it? Was it this? Okay. Okay, good. Okay, خلاص. طيب. I'm going to shut up now. But yeah. So anyway, as I said, I really just wanted to say hi and let you know that I'm not. They have not arrested me yet. And yeah, I actually have a ton of ideas for videos and things I want to do. It's just a matter of getting the time to do it after a few weeks. And yani, that's pretty much it. So please, okay, we don't want airline manager ad. So yeah, please stay in touch. As I said, you can join the Discord, you can follow me on Instagram and stuff like that, which is linked somewhere. Actually, why don't I just put it in this comment? Oh, not Hebrew. Not that. No, that's Armenian, that's Arabic, that's Hebrew. Okay, so that's my Instagram. I'm thinking of doing more Arabic related things on there because right now it's basically just like a personal Instagram kind of. So anyway, we'll see about that. But yeah, I'll see you around. Take care. I may do a more planned stream, in like next week or something like that with like more precise activities. The thing is, I know that a lot of my viewers are all over the place and and I don't really have that many subscribers to justify or like that many people are going to be watching. So if it were it would be fun to do like some activities or like something like and people bring questions and we discuss it and stuff like that. But realistically, there's not going to be that many viewers at any given time, so I don't really know if that's going to work. But we can always do that. Like, yeah, if anyone had a question, like you can always uh, what happened? Okay, I don't. Okay, I don't know. Something happened. It seemed to have cut off. But anyway, I'm just gonna log off. Anyway, so take care. Happy Friday, and see you around.